So good morning, fellow ticket holders. Today we are finally back to Busch Gardens for the first time this season, and probably our only time this season since we are not members this year.
Yep.
But the reason why we are here today is we are here for an ACE event called ACE Dives.
Yeah, so super excited.
Yeah, so today we get to do ERT on the newest coaster here, DarKoaster. We're excited to finally check that out. We'll also get ERT on Alpengeist, and then tonight, if weather permitting, which is the most exciting part, we finally get to do Pantheon at night.
Yeah.
If you've been following along with us for a while, you know we've been trying to get our nighttime ride on Pantheon, but things have not allowed it, so
Yep,
we are excited.
There's a lot of events going on for us throughout the day. We're excited to check it out.
And free lunch and everything. So come with us today as we do ACE Dives with ACE Mid-Atlantic. All right, so our credentials and button has been acquired, and I really like the design they have going on this year for the ACE Dives. But yeah, now we're just waiting to get through security and head towards DarKoaster. We have made it through security and we're walking through the park. They actually let us in here in Ireland. So we're halfway into the park at this point, so we're just working our way back towards DarKoaster. Oh, we can make it. We can make it up the hill, making us do our exercise this morning. But yeah, what Vanessa's pointing out is because of Food and Wine, we're actually going through the Mexico section. And they have the banners up in the tree. So we have almost made it to Germany to do DarKoaster. But they also are doing Alpengeist for ERT this morning, so we will be doing that after we do DarKoaster. And we have made it to Germany. Almost there. Good morning, Gordon. Hope you're doing well today. And finally, we have made it into Oktoberfest. And it is about time for us to make our ride on DarKoaster. So let's go over here to the lockers and get a locker and get in line. And as we head to the locker before we do the ride, I wanted to point out this cool little detail. Look at the cutouts up here on the top. They look like little wolves. That wolf theme is going to go all the way through this ride. It's like a little hedge maze through the garden here. And we have this really cool statue here. Where's the rest of the body to the statue? Just his legs and the sword. Alright, so we're back in line for ride number 2 because there's no line now and the park just opened, so everybody else hasn't made it. So let's go get ride 2 on this, and we're gonna do the back row because we just did first, and then we'll come and talk about it. Alright, so let's have a chat about DarKoaster. As you saw, we did 2 rides on it. We were gonna just do 1, but when we came back out and realized that there was nobody in line again, we decided we'd go ahead and do a back row ride. So first impressions, I think it's a good coaster.
Absolutely, I liked it. As a hardcore coaster enthusiast, I could see why people don't like it, but it's a family coaster. I went in knowing that, and had a wonderful time.
Right.
I think it's a great addition to the park.
Yeah, so that is the expectation. If you're gonna come in with any type of expectation, is that it is a family coaster. It is not meant to be this extreme one. And this is something in the lineup that Busch Gardens kind of needed. For the up-and-coming enthusiasts, they need to have a coaster like this. But yeah, definitely a family coaster. Now, in general, my impression as I got off the first ride, again, did the front row, is that there's not a lot of the theming. A lot of the theming on the inside, actually in the ride itself. So the queue was fantastic, as you saw. Loved all that theming. And then once you get on the ride, when you're in the front row, you miss a lot of the stuff through the attraction. So that was another reason why I want to go ahead and do back row, because I know when we did our single ride on Tron, we did the second row, and again, you miss a lot of the stuff, and then you see videos about Tron towards the back of the train, and you see everything. So this is definitely a back row coaster, which is why we did the back row on our second line.
For me, front row coaster was also a little more intense in the front. In the back, it's a little bit more relaxing, a lot more whippiness. But you, like my husband said, you get the overall picture, and you see all little elements that you missed when you rode the first time.
And the wolf ghosts, those are really cool, that practical effect, it's really neat inside. So overall, I'm glad that Busch Gardens has this here. It's better than having a building sit dormant. So it's great to have another coaster here, but I definitely would not wait like a very long time to do the coaster.
Side note, if you are prone to dizziness like I am, since it is in the dark, your eyes are trying to focus everywhere, and it's a little whippy, you might get a little dizzy. I know I did, but it doesn't get me as bad as, say, Verbolten. For some reason, Verbolten really messes me up. This one got me a little dizzy, but I was right out of it once I got off the ride. Yeah, so we are glad we were able to get that new coaster today on DarKoaster. At this point, the park has opened up to the general public, so we're just going to do our best to do rides, because we do not have quick queue. We're going to go to Griffon next, hopefully.
And we'll try to go do Griffon. Then we have lunch actually right over here at the Black Forest, so I'll try to show that buffet. And then tonight, if weather permits, as I said, we will make it to Pantheon for a night ride. So let's just continue around the park for the day. And as we make our way towards Griffon, we will take a look at some of the plants that they have out. These flower beds are gorgeous. But there goes Alpengeist. Sorry, Alpengeist, we didn't make it to ride you this morning due to the wait on DarKoaster opening late today. But if we're lucky, maybe we'll get the ride later. And welcome to Canada. And speaking of Canada, if you stay tuned in about a month, we will actually be up in Canada. We're going to be headed up to Canada's Wonderland for our first visit ever to that park, and we're very excited. All right, bonjour and welcome to France. And there doesn't seem to be much of a line, so let's get in line and do Griffon. Okay, so we just got 2 rides on Griffon. That line was nothing. Basically, one train in front of us, then we got on both times. Fantastic, though. The line is getting long now. Definitely, again, one of our favorite rides here at this park, though. As Vanessa was saying, we think that we still prefer Valraven now from Cedar Point as our favorite dive coaster, but that might change once we make it to Canada and do Yukon Striker, because
that's the biggest one.
Yep, everybody
does not necessarily mean better.
No, but a lot of people really love that over any other dive coaster, so we're excited to do that. Right now, I think we're going to try to go back over this way into Canada and do InvadR, if it doesn't have a long wait. So let's go over there and check it out. But as we work our way towards InvadR, let's see what's back in the pickup truck this time of season. And looks like they're just hauling plants, ready to go plant them in the garden. So from what I can tell of what I can see of the queue, it doesn't look like it's a long wait. So let's go get a ride on InvadR. All right, so let's take a break right here at this shaded bench and we can talk about InvadR. Okay, so let's talk about InvadR. So I think that has to be the roughest ride on it that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Used to really enjoy that. It is definitely getting rougher over the last few years that we've been doing it. Though we did do the back row. We don't usually choose the back row. But yeah, really no real wait. So it was fine. They either need to work on it or figure something else out there. But apparently it must be popular due to the fact that if you get a quick queue, you can only get it one ride on it. So I can see why it's popular with families, because it does have a short height requirement. So if they do anything to it, hopefully they can just keep that shorter requirement. But yeah, so we're just gonna sit here and relax for a little bit. Lunch is at 1 o'clock, which is not too far from here. So I don't know if we're just gonna wait it out or what, but yeah, we're gonna just take advantage of this nice little area here in the shade. And that was such a great spot to sit and relax. You're right over there. And if you wanna know where that is right across from the tie-dyed bear, right at the bridge here that goes across towards Alpengeist. And actually you can sit here and watch Alpengeist go up and over its turn here. But it is time to work our way back through Germany, back past Gordon, hang in there Gordon, and back into Oktoberfest for lunch. A lunch buffet actually, back here at the Black Forest. And actually that is back here where Dragonfire used to be. It's now the Picnic Grove, but if you remember from our Halloween videos, they still have the station from the coaster back there. Welcome. So we do have a really big buffet here to get food from. I do get one of everything, so let's go to the table and check out what we have. So from the buffet, we have a pulled pork sandwich. We have chicken fajita, some mac and cheese, and some macaroni salad. And this here is just some sour cream for the fajita. We still need to go get our drinks, but this is all the food that they were offering on the buffet. Oh my goodness, they even brought over one of the Clydesdale horses for a meet and greet. We'll have to get a picture with him. So let's talk about Dustin here. That is who we just met, the Clydesdale. I just heard them say that he is 16 years of age and his favorite food is bananas. So that was so much fun to be able to meet Dustin the Clydesdale. And here we are on to dessert. We have a chocolate cupcake with some vanilla icing.
Thank you. Very, very fun ride. Just rode it, what, 2 days ago again. Try to get on as much as I can. It's been very, very popular, as you would imagine. So just a great launch, great partnership with Intamin. You know, I think what's so exciting is relaunching, reinventing the Dark Castle space. It just has such a great history here, and so many loyal followers from the previous ride. But then, you know, people who are coming new for the first time, you know, kind of tell the story in a whole new way. So that's just been a kind of a perfect marriage of taking such a great part of the park and then, you know, putting a great attraction in as well. So we don't have a ton of opportunities to do that necessarily. There might be a couple, but that one in particular was always has been high on my list. Ever since that ride closed, you know, what is the next chapter, so to speak, of that attraction? So a lot of fun things happening this year at the park. Just announced our Summer Nights events. So a brand new show coming to the Globe Theater, so live entertainment in the Globe Theater for the first time in many years as far as the summer goes. And then we're working on a lot of really, really cool things for Howl-O-Scream and Christmas. So nothing to announce, you know, on that stuff quite yet. Focused on DarKoaster in summer, but a lot of really, really exciting things happening for those events, which, as you guys probably know, is such a critical part to what we do now, right? As you've seen, 19, and then in 22, 23, obviously took a little bit of time off for COVID, but new attractions have come, you know, essentially every season, and that will continue, and that is something our company has talked about, not just true for Williamsburg, but all the parks. Really some level of new attraction every year, and in a lot of cases those are pretty major attractions. So Pipeline just opened in SeaWorld Orlando. Catapult Falls is about to get underway down in Texas, and then the Rescue Ride, I'm blanking for a moment on the name out there, but also an Intamin Trail coaster out in San Diego. So just heavy investment into attractions, which as attraction fans, including myself, very exciting. But you'll see that continue here in Williamsburg as well, you know, beyond 2023. So the possibility of getting an RMC, yeah. Well, it's not zero, so that's good. But you know, it's something we've discussed. Not that that's any breaking news. We discuss coasters all the time, but we definitely aware that that's something that could work in the portfolio. But there's a couple other ones that could work in the portfolio as well. So a lot of different things under consideration over the next couple of years. So could be covered. Yeah, great question. Would we change the DarKoaster theming or anything seasonally or for an event? It's definitely been discussed. I think it's hard to say for this year with everything being new, but what we found through Media Day and some other film shoots where we did some extra things in there to help the film shoot, different lighting and other special effects. Could we introduce that as kind of a seasonal package or a hollow screen version at some point? Definitely possible. Yeah, no, definitely thought about that. What is going where Drakenfire was? To be determined. Yeah, I can't even really give you a list, unfortunately. I would love to, but it is an area that we are looking to develop. But yeah, unfortunately nothing to share at the moment. But definitely a spot we're looking at.
And I hear the train a coming. Here it comes. So they're doing the door prizes again, and Vanessa was the first to be picked because we were early at registration, and she won this Pantheon cup. How cool is that? Alright, so I also got my name drawn in the raffle, and so I got a free food voucher for the Food and Wine Festival, which we're going to use for dinner tonight. Alright, so that will conclude our time at lunch, and it was fantastic.
It was so good. Everything was delicious.
Yeah, really enjoyed that pulled pork. I did find the barbecue sauce to put on top because it didn't have it. And then Vanessa had a little hack. She took the tortilla and put that on there and kind of had like carnita tacos. Wasn't the biggest fan of the chicken fajita because it was a little bit too spicy for me, but it was still excellent.
The cupcake was really moist and soft and delicious,
really
very
good.
flavorful. And
then after we were done eating, the president of Busch Gardens Williamsburg, Kevin Lembke, I think that's how you say it, stood up there and answered some questions and gave a little talk. That was great to hear that and him answer the questions. So again, thank you for him for presenting that to everybody. And then they did the raffles and stuff, so as you saw, Vanessa won the cup, and then I was able...
Yeah, the door prices, that was really great.
Yeah, and then I was able to win the food voucher for later tonight at the Food and Wine Festival. So yeah, definitely a good time here at lunch. And
we got to see the horse.
Yeah,
his Dustin.
Dustin. So as I said,
so cool.
Yeah, as I said, his name is Dustin. His favorite food is bananas, and he was 16 years old. So what a great afternoon to just rest out here in this beautiful area behind the Fest House. And now we're just gonna go see what we can do. We're not sure how busy the park is. It hasn't been too busy so far, which has been great.
I think we're gonna go do some takeovers on some rides.
Yeah, because on the back of our lanyard, it says there's a takeover at 3 at the carousels. And then we're gonna do, the train is at 4. So we may do one or the other or both. Not sure, but we just need to wait out our time till ERT tonight. So let's go see what we can do. And as we head out of the picnic area, look how beautiful this water fountain and pond is. And it is adorned by a sign that says, "Welcome to the world's most beautiful theme park," because it has won the golden ticket for the most beautiful theme park. But we will head back out of the picnic area now and enjoy the rest of our day here at Busch Gardens. So as I mentioned, there is an informal takeover of the carousel. So we are going to join that. So let's take a ride on the Kinder Carousel. Alright, so the carousel takeover, that was a lot of fun.
Yep, I had so much fun riding carousel. It's always a good time.
Yeah. So it is 8 minutes till 4 or so, and we need to make our way to Canada/New France to catch that ITOT for the train. And we have made it to the Caribou train station, so let's take a ride on the train. Alright, so we have actually finally made it to the front of the park, or into England. And the reason why we are doing that is because we're going to step into this shop right here and get our second coffee for the day. Our iced coffees have been acquired. Okay, so for dinner tonight, we are going to check out this one booth from the Food and Wine Festival. We're going to check out the Hawaii Aloha. Alright, so here are the items that we picked up. So first up, we have the Kahlua pork slider. This is pulled pork with pineapple on top on a sweet roll with pineapple coconut slaw. Next up, we have the Hawaiian mac and cheese, which has ham, pineapple, and macadamia nut crust. Third up, we have the spam masubi, which is seared spam with sushi rice and sweet soy glaze. And finally, for dessert, we have the pineapple coconut mousse, which has sweet pineapple and toasted coconut. Okay, so we just finished up our food from the Hawaii booth, and overall, I think it was fantastic. A lot of good options there, so let's go down the list real quick. So the Kahlua pork slider was really good. The pork was very tender and juicy. The bread was a little stale, and I wish that the pineapple was grilled, but other than that, it was really good. And then the mac and cheese, you liked it better than I did. I wasn't the biggest fan.
It was really creamy. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, but I thought that the little pieces of ham needed to be cooked or something. They just seemed to have been thrown in there. So I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but it was okay. And then the spam. The spam masubi, and it had a soy glaze on top of it. It was really, really good. I've always wanted to try that because it's famous in Hawaii. Yeah. I could only imagine how a really nice and fresh hot one would come out. Yeah. This was kind of cold, but it was still very flavorful. So I'm excited to try them in Hawaii one day. Yeah, I really like that. The rice was nice and tender, and the spam, it was a little salty, but that's how spam is. And then that glaze on top was really sweet, so the sweet and salty really complemented each other. And finally, the pineapple coconut mousse, that was really good. It was a subtle taste of the coconut and pineapple bits inside, really light and fluffy, not too sweet.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, like Chad said, it was very subtle. I wish it was a little tiny more sweet.
Which you normally don't say, but...
No, it just needed a little tiny bit more sweetness.
Okay.
But other than that, it was very fresh. It was very refreshing.
Yeah.
And very coconut and pineapple heavy. So
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So again, overall, really liked the Hawaii booth at the Food and Wine Festival. So we are working our way over to Festa Italia, and on our way we noticed these topiaries over here. Look how cute Oscar the Grouch and Grover look in their topiary form. Really neat over there. And we have made it to Festa Italia, so we're gonna ride Apollo's chariot. Okay, so we just got off Apollo's chariot, and I think it was a pretty good ride tonight. It was running pretty well. It's warmed up from today, even though the weather's starting to cool down.
Yeah.
We did second from the back.
Yeah, I was surprised. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely one of our favorite coasters here at Busch Gardens. So right now, I'm not sure what we're gonna do. Unfortunately, Pantheon is closed, so we can't do that right now. And with the wind that's blowing, we may not even get ERT tonight.
I hope we do.
And I know last year when they weren't able to do it, they actually just did Apollo's chariot as the ERT. So fingers crossed that the wind will die down at 10 o'clock so we can do that. But right now, we're just gonna hang out. Now we did get these snack vouchers as part of our ACE event packet today. And there is a stand over here that sells popcorns, pretzels, and churros, which is what these are entitled for. And so we're gonna go see if we can get something over here at the snack stand. All right, that was pretty simple. So we got a box of popcorn and a pretzel. Thanks Ace and Busch Gardens Williamsburg for the free snack vouchers during the event. All right, so the time has come. It is time to do our ACE event. ERT is on Pantheon. All right, so that will conclude our night. We just did our night ride fully in the dark on Pantheon,
and first time ever.
Woo, it is dark out there. There is no lights.
Nothing. It was nice.
Yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and just close out here real quick. So we want to thank Ace Mid-Atlantic and Busch Gardens for having us out for Ace Dives. We had a great day, great event. We met a
lot of people. We didn't get names, but we talked to them. We mingled about coasters.
Whoop, lights are flashing.
They're turning off the rides. And we had such a great time.
Yeah, so if you're interested in joining ACE, American Coaster Enthusiast, I will put a link in the description below to the website where you can become a member and do events just like this. We enjoy doing it. I guess we need to hurry up here. And so, yeah. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, be safe, be kind, and adventure on. Bye! Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to our channel yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below.